Hello everyone and massive welcome or welcome back to Fallout Play Build Collect. I think I've found the very best place that you can get your Spooky Scorched kills. I've just managed to get all 5 in one location. So first of all, don't forget to travel to the Rusty Pit first because you can travel there for free. Then it's just a short walk north of the river to Poseidon Energy. Or you can fast travel there for just a couple of caps. Now you'll probably find your first Spooky Scorched just outside in the grounds around the building. Sometimes I've even run into a second one. They like to hang out in the electrical substation as well. My preferred method for doing this is head up to the roof, head up as high as you can get on top of the building. And you can already hear the tone playing to say I'm near another one. And don't forget you can stop and check all of the containers. There's loads of scrap in this place too. The second one turns out to be this witch with a shish kebab. That's not something I ever thought I'd say. And as you'd expect, a mutated nutcase dressed as a witch, wielding a flaming sword, was no match for an automatic shotgun with exploding ammunition. The shotgun wins very easily, and we're just a couple of minutes into this run and we're 2 down already. Now be prepared as you make your way up, you will run into some regular Scorched as well, so just dispatch those as quickly as possible, and remember they contain lots of useful loot too. My preference is to have a longer range weapon as well because, well, Scorched are useless at long range, right? So it just makes sense. And just as I'm about to toss a grenade into this porta cabin and blow up this Scorched, Spooky Scorched number 3 makes an appearance. And this crazy mutant is dressed as a lizard with a flaming sword, but turns out to be just as effective as the witch was. And as I was collecting my incredibly disappointing piece of loot, this regular Scorched decides to attack me with a lead pipe. And as I kneecap him, and as usual the mysterious stranger appears just when you need him least. He then proceeds to take cover and just run off. Where were you when I was fighting the Deathclaw? Yeah, I'll see you later when I'm fighting a mole rat. Another thing to bear in mind while you're up here is there are some turrets on these walls, so just be aware of that. If you do have a long range weapon, there are some angles here where you can pick them off from a distance and they can't fire back. Another reason I like having this long range weapon, this is a really big area, and as you can see here, Spooky Scorched number 4 has appeared, and as I said earlier, he's near the power substation. Now he plays hide and seek with me for a little while here, but of course I have the high ground, and of course this ends about as well for Spooky Scorched as it did for Spooky Anakin. So at this point we're 4 down and we've barely broke a sweat, and a spot of luck we turn round to the right and in that power substation is number 5. I think this goon's dressed as a pirate or some such nonsense, and I get bored playing sniper tag with this clown. So I head down to the ground to finish this one off up close and personal. You'd shoot a man in the back? Well, it's the safest way, isn't it? If you know where that's a reference from, let me know in the comments. So there you go, that's 5 Spooky Scorched. And the length of this video before I edit it down for you guys was just 10 minutes. And that includes me taking my time and going around and picking up junk and such. So it just shows you how quickly this challenge can be done. So don't waste your evening's gaming travelling all over the map looking for these guys. Come to this one spot, Poseidon Energy. Now just before I go, another couple of quick things to note. Firstly, you won't always get 5 here. This was quite a lucky run really. It's a big area, so sometimes your search time may be a bit higher, and sometimes I've only got 4. Yeah, can you believe it guys, only 4 in the one location. Another thing you can do is server hop. You can get out of the server, come back into another one and just repeat the process if you want another 4 or 5. Or of course if you've got Fallout first, you can do this on a private server. Oh look, witches can fly. Who knew? If you'd like to know what weapons I was using, the shotgun is, I think it's called Crowd Control, and that's got the exploding ammo on it. And as you might have guessed, the long range combat rifle is of course the fixer. Of course the long range rifle and the shotgun's just my chosen way of doing this. If you choose to run around and melee them in power armour, then your mileage may vary. Like I said earlier, there's tons of key loot, but there's also a plan and usually a fusion core on this table by this extractor. And one last tip is if you're over encumbered, don't worry, it's a very short walk to Charleston Station, and of course there's a legendary recycler there, so if you happen to have rolled some particularly bad items, you can just cash them in for script. So that's it from this one guys. Don't forget to get in the comments, let me know how you find this. Did it help you out with your Scorched hunting? Have you found any better locations to hunt Scorched? Wherever your comments, jump down. I love interacting with you guys. You can do that here on YouTube, or don't forget I'm now on X as well. And of course I have to thank this month's supporters. Whether it's just a one-off or a regular contribution, you can help the channel now over on Patreon and buy me a coffee. The links are in the description, and every penny goes to making new content. And if you're still watching, you'll definitely like some of my other content. Here's my suggestions of what to watch next. Don't forget to smash the like button before you go, and I hope to see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.